Hey guys, Void with another video, playing some more 1 cent, 2 cent on Club WPT Go. As you can tell by this video, there's gonna be some massive swings in it. Just stay tuned, winning big, losing big, all that comes into this one video. So for the first hand, I got King A of Diamonds, not the best hand of all time, especially given the position I'm in. Um, just middle positions, not the greatest, but I decided to put it in just cause it gives some action to begin with. And I just like to check everyone's stats when I get to the table just to see how much people are putting into the pot, how much people are raising pre-flop, just to get a little idea. So right here, after the flop comes 10 Jack 10 with two diamonds. I have my flush draw. I just need one to the flush. So not bad. Obviously, I'm losing any tens, any Jack right here. So I was just thinking, he did go pretty big, so he might just have two overcards. And then Queen of Hearts comes here, so now there's two flush draws on the board. There's also a straight draw, and he keeps on betting again. I think because of what he, based off his stats, I truly don't believe him. And then here comes another ace, but this time the Ace of Hearts. So I hit there with my straight. I lose two flush draws and stuff like that, but I don't think he'll be betting big with flush draws. So I win the first pot of the night. Pretty good start to it. Just hitting 4 to the straight right there. After that, I have Ace 8 of Hearts. I like my Ace X suited, because you can get the nut flush, as long as it doesn't go too crazy with the betting and how much people are raising and stuff like that. I'll play them. 8 cents is 8 cents. It's not too bad. Right here we go five ways to the flop, and flop comes 10 6 9 with two hearts. So I'm getting my wishes so far in these runouts. I have my flush draw on the board. So far, it looks like everything's about check through, which is not bad. And then someone actually leads out for 21 cent rate, a 31 cent raise, which is very high. Especially, I feel like he's just trying to get us off it. Maybe he has a 10 in his hand, or some type of, maybe he has hearts as well. We're just gonna charge everyone, but then the original raiser preflop decides to go all in, so pretty scary. And then the guy who raised it goes all in as well, and I guess I felt like gambling today. I also go in. I have a lot of outs. I feel like, and I hit the heart on the river, and I win my flush draw right there. So really good start, as you can tell. I was up massive this session. I took a little break and came back because I think I went to go eat. And after that, we got Ace King offsuit right here in the small blind. So that's just one of the crazy swings so far. We'll see a lot more coming later. And so since it's a limp pot, I'm just gonna raise it up pretty big, 8 cents just to get maybe all those limpers out of the way. And right here the flop comes 4-3 deuce, so I have a 5 to a straight, and then if not, I just have two overcards with the two best overcards in the deck. Next comes a 7 of clubs, which is not bad, like I'm still, since I was a pre-flop raiser, I just believe, I'm in a good spot right here. And then next comes a queen of clubs, putting the flush out there. Also, the queen could easily be in his range, so that's why I just check it through. And he puts in money, and I don't think I can continue. I just fold down. Hopefully, save myself some money right. Next hand right here, I got a king jack offsuit in the under the gun position. I put in my typical size for this stakes, which is 6 cents. Every once in a while, as you guys can see, I go a little bit higher. It can do 8 cents or 10 cents, depending on if there's limpers behind me, if I'm last to act, stuff like that. But usually when I open action, I go 6 cents unless I have an absolute monster. The flop comes king 4 6 all rainbow, so I flop top pair, which is good. I believe that I should be out, but I'm gonna actually slow play this hand. So I just check it off to begin with. Someone puts in a raise, everyone else folds, and now we're heads up. I'm gonna call. No reason to fold right here, especially since I have top pair, really good kicker. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna play this one a little slower than what I typically do. He raises up again, so I am gonna, I'm gonna three bet this. Oh, I'm gonna re-raise it. I'm sorry, not three bet. I'm gonna re-raise it to $1. And then he calls. So now it's getting a little spooky right here. So I'm just gonna put maximum pressure. I only had 33 cents left in my stack size, but he folds. So I'm guessing he had some type of overcard. Probably had an ace in his hand. Now looking back at it, what else would he be raising and calling the re-raise with? And or maybe he has some type of draw that didn't get there. Now on to the next hand. I got the ladies. It's themselves pocket queens. I'm gonna do my typical raise size. Hopefully, don't scare too much action away. But also, pocket queens can be a little tricky because there's obviously the other two kings and aces. They crack queens every once in a while. So far, we get one caller. We're waiting. We get two more callers, so we're four ways to the flop. Now, as I was saying, any king is kind of scary, and a king comes on the flop, which is Jack 3 King. And then someone leads out for 6 cents, which is not too much. So I'm just going to put in the call, and the other person puts in the call as well. Next comes a King of Clubs. So now that there is a flush draw on the board, a little scary, but now there's also two kings, so it improves me to two pairs. So I'm guessing probably have best hand unless they have some type of club in the hand, and I raise it up and I take this one down as well. Then right here I got ace 10 offsuit and under the gun. I'm gonna raise it up to 6 cents. Ace 10 can get real kind of a little tricky every once in a while just because if someone has a ace in their hand, they can always have one of the Broadway cards that has you dominated. But the flop comes ace 4 deuce. We're three ways to the flop. In a decent position. I think right here in my head, I'm kind of just thinking there's a decent chance, I'm ahead, but I'm gonna check it through just to see, play a little slow, see if anyone else bets a ace or anything, and play off like that. But it just checks through, and I put in a raise. I guess snap call immediately, so which is a little telling. Then I'm gonna go half pot raise right here because with two pair, I believe at best. I have all queens dominating everything, and I get the fold. Small chips outs like this really adds up at the end of the day. And then a few orbits later, I get ace 10 offsuit once again in the small blind. It limped around to me, so I'm gonna put some money in the pot, hopefully get some of these limpers out the way, make it a lot easier to play, especially given that I'm gonna be first to act after the flop. But unfortunately, that does not come to fruition. Everyone that limps in actually just calls. So I'm just gonna check it through, see what they have. They can easily have an ace in their hand because the flop comes eight deuce ace. Um, right here, since it checks all the way through, since the 9 comes on the board, I don't really think it should hit anyone's ranges too hard unless they got pocket 9s, but they did. I'm guessing they will put in some money, so I'm going to bet. And we get some callers right away, which is actually surprising. Like, can they both have A's? Are they on straight draws or something like that? And then here comes the 7 of diamonds, so there is a straight draw if they had 10 jack, they have like 6-5. I don't think 6-5 would be in this hand. So I'm gonna raise it up pretty big, charge them all like if they have like some type of Broadway cards, just make it a little scary for them and gets the job done. Takes down a decent little pot thanks to all those callers. And now here's ace 10 again, but this one's actually suited, so it's a lot easier to play. You have a bunch of different outs on this one. I potentially have a flush draw available that can come on the board. I have a straight draw, but actually I get three bets. So I'm just gonna put in the call, see what comes out. The flop comes two queen queen with one spade. It checks through. I'm just gonna keep on checking in because he was the one that three bet. Since it checks all the way back to the river, I'm gonna put in the bet. I'm guessing he didn't hit with anything. Maybe he was just hoping that I will fold to the three bet right there. After that, once I get King Jack offsuit once again in the cutoff, since it folds around me, I'm gonna put some money in the pot. Show them that I have a strong hand, a very playable hand. The small blind folds, then the big blind decides to three bet me once again. This guy was new to the table, so I checked his stats. He puts in a lot of pre-flop raises, and so I'm just gonna play this hand the way it is. Flop comes 9-5-4. He continues the aggression. I'm thinking about playing it, but I just land up folding right there. He raised me twice, so I think he probably has better hand. Maybe he has like an ace queen, like this hand right here, which we're playing. Ace queen suited in the button, very good hand. 3-bet hand actually if someone bets in front of me, which no one does. Everyone's gonna limp around. So, I can't just let them limp. I gotta punish the limpers. So I'm gonna put in an 8 cent raise. We get one person a fold. He actually leaves the table right away, which is interesting. And both hopefully all these the rest of you guys fold. If not, if we just go heads up would be the best possible outcome right here. One guy puts in the call, the other one folds. So we go 3 ways to the flop. Not the best, but not the greatest. The flop comes ace 10 4, so I hit my top pair with third third best kicker. Can't be any more excited about that. So I'm just gonna keep the aggression. I want to keep these guys in the pot, so I don't go too big. I only go 6 cents. Nothing scaring away. And then I get re-raised once again. Looks like getting re-raised a lot in this video. But he only did like a min click re-raise, only 12 cents, not the most. And I took a look at his stats. He's a relatively new player, so I'm gonna charge him for re-raising me and put him all in. He snaps. Obviously not a good thing when they snap call, and he has pocket fours with a set, so he got me on that one. After losing the last hand, I believe the last hand got me on tilt, honestly. Based off the gameplay I'm gonna be showing you guys. I got ace king right here. So I'm gonna naturally 3-bet it. Ace king, we got one all in for 5 cents. We get a bunch of callers right here, which is surprising. And then so we're 5 ways to the flop. Then we get all in on a board or a jack 5 ace with 2 diamonds. The same guy that got me earlier, last hand. Does he really have it again? I don't know. So I put in the call. He has ace king as well, and the guy on top has 7 deuce for the river flush. I thought I was just chopping up this board, but then I looked up to my left and I saw it, and then all that run good in the beginning and that ace 8 hand of hearts, I believe, all went down the drain with those last two hands right there. So at this point in the session, I'm pretty on until I can't believe losing all ins, whatever, but losing to the 7 deuce, the worst hand in poker. Ooh, my blood was boiling after that one. So it sucks, but this is how poker goes. You win some, you lose some. You win big, you lose big. You just gotta make sure when you're losing big, you don't keep barreling, rebuying, rebuying. That's where it really gets tough. But I wish I would have told myself that in the moment. I go all in with King Jack suit. I thought one of these all ins I have to win. But he has me dominate with Ace King. The run out runs good for him, and I lose another all in. Oh, like just looking back at this and going over this just hurts to see. But thank you guys once again for making all the way through the video. I really appreciate it. Hopefully in the next video I run good again, but I stay running good and I just don't punt it all the way. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment in below. Thank you.